Right, welcome back. I've been getting quite a few requests for what I use in winter, how I use it, the down kit that I wear, down sleeping bag, loads and loads of questions. And I've not even been filming, and I've not even been putting videos out or any sort of review videos, but people keep popping up, you know, what down kit do you wear, do you rate it, is it worth its money? And this video is going to be a little bit about that. I'm currently driving back through the Peak District. Yeah, so this video will hopefully give you a little give you a little bit of an insight into the winter kit that I use and why and how, and it'll answer some of your questions. Hope, fingers crossed. I hope I get them all, but if I don't, put them in the comments and I'll get back to you. Yeah. I said I was going to redo the intro. This is the intro. Enjoy. Look at that, I've only just looked down at camera. I've got my hood up because it's warm and comfy. I'm using it more to rest on than anything else, to be honest. So the down gear I use in winter, and I will jump to the kitchen in a minute and show you some of the kit. I use as, you know, I don't use it immediately when I get to camp, when I'm hiking, because I generally sweat. On the hike I sweat, and I don't want to get my down jacket wet, I don't want to get my down gear wet, otherwise I'm freezing in my tent. I'm currently driving back through the Peak District, so I can't show you some of the kit until I get back, but I will when I get home. And also apologies for not looking into the camera while I'm talking. I'm trying to concentrate on the windy roads. Yeah, so down kit, down gear. I've got some Naturehike down booties, which are immense, and I've also got some Naturehike down trousers, which are also immense. Super duper warm, super comfy. However, I don't use these on their own. I always recommend using them with a base layer or a mid layer, just to, you know, it gives you that extra layer of insulation, doesn't it? It helps no end when you can layer up. When you get to the camp, get to the tent, whack a mid layer on or a base layer underneath your down kit. Just get cozy, get in your sleeping bag if you need to through winter. You know, even if it's daytime, there's no shame in getting tucked up in your sleeping bag, getting warm. Nice cup of chocolate, hot chocolate, nice cup of chocolate, or a cup of chocolate if you like. Nice cup of hot chocolate. Also, another recommendation, when you're heating up your food for the evening, you know, use it as a hot water bottle. You seal it back up at the top, whack it inside. There's two pockets in this 4-class MT500. You could have 2 meals, whack them either side, or do your dessert at the same time. You know, one in each pocket. The weather at the moment is horrendous. It's been chucking it down with rain. It's freezing cold. So I just thought, given the fact that I'd had quite a bit of interest in the kit and the review, I could not recommend highly enough the Naturehike down booties, down trousers. And also I've got, I mean, I'll give you a little bit of an insight into some gear that I've got that's not down. This was supposed to be about down jacket, down whatever clothes. Base layer, merino. You will not go wrong with a merino base layer. You know, underneath a decent down jacket, nice mid layer, and then your merino as your base. The wool just traps all that warmth in, lovely and toasty. What else do I use? I use Bridgedale socks. So when I get to camp, I'll change my socks quite often. So obviously you've been hiking all day, you'll get to your tent, and you're going to want to whack your socks off because they're going to be damp, especially if it's winter, unless you're using something like, you know, plastic bags around your socks. Even then you've probably been sweating. So just give them a little bit of an air, a dry, whatever you need to do with them. Take a fresh pair of clean socks. some seal skins. They do the job. What else do I wear for winter kit? Beanie. I'm generally in a beanie. Fleece. I sometimes take a fleece, a couple of fleeces. They're quite good as a mid layer actually. Trap the heat in your merino, your fleece, and then your down jacket. I will post a link to the down jacket review, actually, the 4-class. I mean, the 4-class stuff, I rate it. I really, really rate it. And the Simmond kit, but equally, that's, I'd say mid-budget. I'd say budget even for down kit. But it's just as effective, you know? It's one of those where, if you, unless you've got the money to fork out 200 quid, 250, and get a Rab, you know, a Rab down jacket. Car's beeping at me again. It's always beeping, isn't it? Rubbish. Then I'd suggest going for something like this. Something a bit mid-range, something a bit, you know, still cozy. I love it. I wear it all the time. And I honestly wish I could wear my Naturehike down booties. Yeah, I've not been uploading as often as I probably should. Let me turn you around and look at this. Weather's shocking. Stuck behind this van. I've been stuck behind this van for about half an hour. Old wagon. It's a 50-mile-an-hour road and I'm going 25. But it's been pretty icy. Weather's been pretty terrible. So, can't blame him for being too cautious, I suppose. Still a little bit of snow. We've still got some snow on the hills. Big bird up there, big kestrel. Or maybe a kite. Oh, I wish I could have shown you that. That was massive. Yeah, just driving past Teg's Nose at the moment. Driving home from Macclesfield across to Sheffield, so we'll be hitting Buxton. What else? Castleton. Might do you a quick little video through Castleton, because I love Castleton. It's one of my favourite places in the whole Peak District. Probably Castleton and like Tideswell. But yeah, highly recommend. Kit list for, what is my kit list? Oh, I've done this. Highly recommend a decent down jacket, whether that be an expensive Rab. You could even get some Alt Kit stuff. Alt Kit's really good actually. I do rate Alt Kit. I've just bought their, go on, is it Nemo? Oh no, Radiant. I've just bought their Radiant sleeping mat. Or 7 point something. Let me turn the heating off, it's getting too toasty. 7 point something. Put the details on there. That also goes in as my winter kit. I'd say a good down sleeping bag as well. I mean, I was only gonna do, this has turned into a right mishmash video, hasn't it? I've done this on the back of a load of requests and questions I've been getting on like YouTube about down kit, what I use in winter, and the best, you know, the best winter kit list, including down gear. So I was going to jump on this and just give you a bit of an insight into what I use for clothing, but I guess it encompasses everything, doesn't it? So you're going to need a decent 4-season sleeping bag for one, down sleeping bag, unless you're not bothered about weight, and then you can go synthetic. Or you could probably get away with, in the UK, I'd say your temperatures are never going to dip, like in Peak District, down past, obviously I'm not a weatherman, I can't predict the weather, so don't take my word for this. This is experience. You're never going to dip down below minus, like, I don't know, what is it, was it like minus 12, minus 15 on some of the highest peaks in the Lake District, if that. Like, Up there you're going to need a decent 4-season sleeping bag, but I'd say a decent 3-season sleeping bag for the Peak District. You're probably going to need a liner, sleeping bag liner, keep the heating at that, a decent sleeping mat with a good R value. You're going to need some down clothes. Oh, wow, I splashed all over my car and I couldn't see for a second. Where was I? You're going to need some decent, a decent base layer, merino wool base layer, that's top and bottom. Trousers, you're going to need some decent socks, woolly socks like, I don't know, Bridgedales, seal skins to keep the moisture at bay best you can. Some gaiters are always handy, decent hiking shoes with some Gore-Tex, you know, Gore-Tex technology maybe. I've seen other YouTubers when they've been out and about, you know, hiking, and they're just using on the way back down, because their socks are so wet, they have to use plastic carrier bags around the feet in an evening or on the way back down. Yeah, down kit then. So like I said, Naturehike booties, some Naturehike, or any rab you could get. There's other brands, you know, go out and do your research, but for me, Naturehike booties, Naturehike down trousers, and what else? 4-class down jacket. This says it gets down to about -9, I think, on the website. But like I said, I'll post the link to that review. Jeez, look at this. Ugh. Look at the weather. 50-mile-an-hour road, some snow up here, and very, very wet and dark. So this is on my way back to Buxton. Oh, that was a big bump. Back to Buxton at the moment. I keep skipping. You're gonna get my kit list down below in the description, right? I'll just put it in the description below. But yeah, at least I can say I've done a video on it, and I've told people what I use and how I use it. And I get out of my kit once I'm at camp. My wet hiking kit. You're gonna need waterproofs. You're gonna need a decent waterproof. As much as you're gonna need down gear to keep you warm, you're gonna need some waterproofs to keep you dry, or at least water repellent, because the state of this weather this year, it's been ridiculously wet. It's been a bit cold as well. I think we've had like 1 sunny day, 2 sunny days since the beginning of 2026. Yeah, I don't know, I've done a video on this now. There you go, you've got my kit list, my down gear, thermals. What more can I say? If you've got any questions, any burning questions about any of the kit that I use, or in the kit list, from the kit list that I post, I must have had about 15 over the last 3 or 4 days. 15 questions about what kit I use, how I use it. So done it now. There you go. But this is by far my favourite item. By pothole central. Jeez. Yeah, by far my favourite item. Oh wow, look at this. Cars come off the road. Little mini crash. I saw one the other day near Haddisage, and it was on its roof. So it must have had a fair old tumble. Car behind me is flashing for some reason. Yeah, there you go. There we have it. Anyway, I hope you're all doing well, because I've not posted anything on this for a long time. But what I will do, I've had quite a bit of interest in some of my reviews. Like, I don't film my potholes. Damn. I don't post my hikes or walks or camps anymore. Hopefully this year I'm going to be able to get out and do a few more videos on things like, you know, I want to do the limestone way, because I've done the white to dark peak. I also want to do the, oh, go on, what's it called, Cumbria way, maybe. I'm never going to fit all these in, but I have booked to do Mount Toubkal in 2027. I'm 100% going to film that one for you. April 2027. I'll do some more kit reviews. Definitely do some more kit reviews for you. There's some stuff by Fire Maple that I've got that I really want to do a review on. Fire Maple stoves. Also, I bought a nice Quetcher. Is it Quetcher or Quetcher? A nice orange Quetcher. It's only 35 litres, but it's enough. Like, it's what's the word? It's adaptable enough to be able to fit all of the stuff that I had in my 65 litre bag into. It's a tight fit, to be fair, but it gets everything into the 35 litre. So I'll do a quick review on that bag, how I pack it. Oh, I need to put the Nyla fume. Oh, I packed that bag without the Nyla fume. Nyla fume sack. It's like a waterproof sack thing to keep your stuff dry. I need some more dry bags as well, actually. I'm also considering getting rid of the Osprey bladder. I've done a review on that, but I've barely used it. So what's the point in keeping it? I'll just get myself a decent little, what you call it, decent little bladder from somewhere else. And there's no shame in going, you know. I know there's a lot of stigma around, you know, expensive kit, but my experience is telling me, like, I've had your Osprey bags, I've had your, you know, your high-end Osprey water bladders and whatever. I've had expensive kit, and what I'm finding is that I like equally the mid-range stuff, and it suits me down to the ground, and it puts a few more pennies back in your pocket as well, doesn't it? So why not? Why do you have to go for the top range stuff? I mean, I've got a 4-season tent which I will be keeping, the Terra Nova Southern Cross 2. I've also done a review on that, which I'll put the card to at the top. Yeah, I'm literally just waffling now, but hopefully I'll be able to do you a few more videos. I'll be able to post some more walks, some more reviews. I'm going to use that for the thumbnail. What winter kit do I use and why and how? Yeah, I'll get back to you. I don't really post as much as I should. I will start doing it though. I'll whip the GoPro back out. I'll film some more hikes. I should have recorded the Fairfield Horseshoe, to be fair. That was a fair old trek. I really enjoyed that one. I enjoyed the Fairfield Horseshoe. But I was with the missus and we were enjoying ourselves too much, so, you know. Oh, it's so cozy. Love it. I love this jacket. Anyway, hope you're all keeping well. I've done this in a wanna, so you've got it in one take. I'm not doing any editing, I don't think, because, or maybe I will. Maybe I'll chop out the bit in the middle and shorten it for you. Oh, God knows. God knows. I don't know what I'm going to do with this one, but I thought I'd jump on, film something, because of all the questions I'm getting. And I'll probably redo the intro. Yeah, I'm going to redo the intro because I can't remember how I started. Anyway, ciao for now.